The 3rd Division was an infantry division of the British Indian Army, first organised in 1852. It saw service during World War I as part of the Indian Corps in France before being moved to the Middle East, where it fought against troops of the Ottoman Empire. Pre-Mutiny. The Lahore Division first appears in the Indian Army list in 1852, when the short-lived CIS-JLM Division was renamed. The CIS-JLM Division in turn had previously been the Saugor Division, a long-standing formation of the Bengal Army. At this period, divisions were primarily administrative organizations controlling the brigades and stations in their area, rather than field formations, but they did provide field forces when required. The Lahore Division absorbed the Lahore Field Force under Brigadier Sir James Tennant, which had formed part of the Army of the Punjab since 1847. Lahore Fort was occupied by the British after the First Anglo-Sikh War, and the city of Lahore was annexed in 1849 at the conclusion of the Second Anglo-Sikh War. In 1852, a military cantonment was established outside the city. General Officer Commanding, Brigadier General Sir John Sheeper, KCB, Bengal Engineers, Lahore. Commanding Station, Brigadier Sir James Tennant, Bengal Artillery HQ, 1st and 2nd Troops, 3rd Brigade, Bengal Horse Artillery, HQ, 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th Companies, 2nd Battalion, Bengal Foot Artillery, 2nd Company, 8th Battalion, Bengal Foot Artillery, and D Company Ordnance Drivers, manning No. 2 Light Field Battery, 4th Company, Bengal Sappers and Miners. Her Majesty's 96th Foot, 5th Bengal Native Infantry, 9th Bengal Native Infantry, 39th Bengal Native Infantry, 57th Bengal Native Infantry, 65th Bengal Native Infantry, 1st Bengal Irregular Cavalry, 18th Bengal Irregular Cavalry, Wazirabad, Brigadier J.R. Here's a 4th Company 7th Battalion, Bengal Foot Artillery. Her Majesty's 3rd Light Dragoons. Her Majesty's 10th Foot. Her Majesty's 24th Foot. 21st Bengal Native Infantry, 32nd Bengal Native Infantry, 34th Bengal Native Infantry, Sialkot, Lieutenant Colonel J.T. Lane, Bengal Artillery 2nd Troop, 2nd Brigade, Bengal Horse Artillery, 1st Company, 1st Battalion, Bengal Foot Artillery, 10th Company, Bengal Sappers and Miners, 4th Bengal Light Cavalry, Detachment Her Majesty's 24th Foot, 63rd Bengal Native Infantry, 6th Bengal Irregular Cavalry, Govindgarh, 3rd Company, 8th Battalion, Bengal Foot Artillery, Detachments Her Majesty's 10th Foot Native Infantry. Indian Mutiny. During the Indian Mutiny, some Indian regiments at the Myanmar cantonments plotted to mutiny but were disarmed under the guns of a British horse, artillery battery and infantry battalion to prevent them seizing Lahore Fort. Later, the 26th Bengal Native Infantry at Myanmar did mutiny, murder some of their officers and escape under cover of a dust storm, but Lahore was held for the remainder of the conflict by British troops and Indians, troops loyal to the government. Post-Mutiny. Over succeeding decades, the stations controlled by Lahore Division varied, and the forces under command were regularly rotated. For example, GOC, Marge Gensahu, Henry Goff, VC, Aide-de-camp, Captain H. F. M. Wilson, Rifle Brigade Divisional HQ, Myanmar K Battery, 3rd Brigade, Royal Artillery. O Battery, 4th Brigade, Royal Artillery, 2nd Battalion, Northumberland Fusiliers, 5th Regiment Bengal Cavalry, 24th Regiment Bengal Infantry, 32nd Regiment Bengal Infantry, 34th Regiment Bengal Infantry, Fort Lahore, 3rd Battery, 1st Brigade, Scottish Division Garrison Artillery, Royal Artillery, Detachment 2nd Battalion, Northumberland Fusiliers. Multan Brigade, B Battery 1st Brigade, Royal Artillery, 2nd Battalion, West Yorkshire Regiment, 10th Bengal Cavalry, 25th Regiment Bengal Native Infantry, Firozapur, L Battery, 4th Brigade, Royal Artillery. 9th Battery, 1st Brigade, Eastern Division Garrison Artillery, Royal Artillery, 1st Battalion, East Lancashire Regiment. 17th Regiment of Bengal Cavalry, 19th Regiment Bengal Native Infantry, 35th Regiment Bengal Native Infantry, Amritsar Detachment 1st Battalion, Border Regiment. Detachment 24th Regiment Bengal Native Infantry, Dharamshala 1st Battalion, 1st Gorkha Light Infantry, 2nd Battalion, 1st Gorkha Light Infantry. Baklo, 1st Battalion, 4th Gorkha Regiment, 2nd Battalion, 4th Gorkha Regiment. Pre-World War I, under the reforms introduced by Lord Roberts as Commander-in-Chief India, the divisions were renamed first-class districts in 1890. In the next round of reforms inaugurated by Lord Kitchener as CINC, they became numbered divisions with the territorial affiliation as a subsidiary title. The title 3rd Division first appears in the Army list between the 30th of September and the 31st of December 1904 as part of Northern Command, with the Jalandhar, Sirhind and Ambala brigades under command. The Lahore District, 3rd Division at this time was under the command of Maj. Gen. Walter Kitchener, the Singh's younger brother, who commanded it at the Rawalpindi Parade 1905. In 1914 the division, with HQ at Dalhousie, consisted of the Firozapur, Jalandhar and Sirhind infantry brigades, and the Ambala cavalry brigade. World War I, Western Front 1914. In 1914 the 3rd Division was part of Indian Expeditionary Force A sent to reinforce the British Expeditionary Force fighting in France. The bulk constituted an infantry division as part of Indian Corps, while the Ambala Cavalry Brigade was detached to form part of 1st Indian Cavalry Division in the Indian Cavalry Corps. While in France the division was known as the Lahore Division, and its brigades by their names, to avoid confusion with the 3rd British Division. Dispatch from India was delayed by the activities of the German raiders Emden and Königsberg operating in the Indian Ocean, and by the slow speed of the transport vessels. The first two brigades landed at Marseille on the 26th of September 1914, but there were further delays while the troops were rearmed with the latest pattern rifle, and the supply train could be improvised, using tradesmen's vans procured locally. The 3rd Lahore Divisional Area was formed in late 1914 to take over the garrison duties of the 3rd Division when it left for France. The 3rd Lahore Divisional Area was disbanded in May 1917, the responsibilities of the area being taken over by the 16th Division, GOC, Lieutenant Gen. H. B.B. Watkis, CB Firozapur Brigade, GOC, Brig Gen. R.G. Edgerton, CB 1st Battalion, Connaught Rangers. 9th Bhopal Infantry, 57th Wilds Rifles, 129th Duke of Connaught's own Balochis, Jalandhar Brigade, GOC, Maj. Gen. PM Carnegie, CB 1st Battalion, Manchester Regiment. 4th Battalion, Suffolk Regiment, joined from GHQ Reserve the 4th of December 1914. 15th Ludhiana Sikhs, 47th Sikhs, 59th Sunday Rifles, GOC, Maj. Gen. J. M.S. Brunker 1st Battalion, Highland Light Infantry, 125th Napiers Rifles, 1st Battalion, 1st King George's Own Gurkha Rifles, 1st Battalion, 4th Gurkha Rifles. Divisional troops, mounted troops, 15th Lancers, artillery, 5 Brigade, Royal Field Artillery, joined the 22nd of November 1914 from 7th Division 64th, 73rd ANAMP, 81st Batteries. 5 Brigade Ammunition Column, 11 Brigade, RFA, joined the 22nd of November 1914 from 7th Division 83rd, 84th ANAMP, 85th Batteries. 11 Brigade Ammunition Column, 18 Brigade, RFA 59th, 93rd ANAMP, 94th Batteries. 18 Brigade Ammunition Column, 109th Heavy Battery, Royal Garrison Artillery Heavy Battery Ammunition Column, Lahore Divisional Ammunition Column, Engineers 20th ANAMP, 21st Companies, 3rd Sappers and Miners, Signals Service, Lahore Signal Company, Pioneers 34th Sikh Pioneers, Supply and AMP Transport, Lahore Divisional Train, Medical Units, 7th and AMP, 8th British Field Ambulances, 111th, 112th and 113th Indian Field Ambulances. The division finally got into action piecemeal at the simultaneous battles of La Bassée, 1st Messines and Armentières along the British part of the Western Front in October to November 1914. The degree to which the division was broken up can be gauged by the 29th of October entry in the diary kept by the Indian Corps Commander, Lt. Sir James Wilcox, where is my Lahore Division, Sir Hind Brigade detained in Egypt, Ferozepur Brigade, somewhere in the north, split up into 3 or 4 bits. Jalandhar Brigade, Manchester's gone south to 5 Division 47th Sikhs, half fighting with some British division, half somewhere else. 59th Rifles and 15th Sikhs in trenches, 34th Pioneers also in trenches, 15th Lancers in trenches. 2 companies of sappers and miners fighting as infantry with British divisions. Divisional headquarters, somewhere. Thank heaven the Meerut Division will get a better chance. Quote, when the troops were relieved in November 1914, the reassembled division defended a section of the front in Indian Corps sector. After winter operations, the division next took part in the battles of Neuve Chapelle, Aubers Ridge, Festubert and Loos in 1915. GOC, Marjad H. D.U. Kiri Ferozepur Brigade. GOC, Brig Genarji Edgerton, CB 1st Battalion, Connaught Ranges, 1, 4th Battalion, London Regiment. 9th Bhopal Infantry, 57th Wilds Rifles, 129th Duke of Connaught's own Balochis. Jalandhar Brigade. GOC, Brig Gen E.P. Strickland 1st Battalion, Manchester Regiment, 1, 4th Battalion, Suffolk Regiment, 1, 5th Battalion, Border Regiment, 40th Pathans, 47th Sikhs, 59th Sunday Rifles. Sir Hind Brigade. GOC, Brig Gen W.G. Walker, VC 1st Battalion, Highland Light Infantry. 4th Battalion, Kings, 15th Ludhiana Sikhs, 1st Battalion, 1st King George's Own Gurkha Rifles, 1st Battalion, 4th Gurkha Rifles. Divisional troops, as before, with addition of XLII, Mesopotamia. On the 13th of August 1915, General Sir John Nixon, commanding Indian Expeditionary Force D in Mesopotamia, requested one of the Indian infantry divisions in France as reinforcements for his advance on Baghdad. Coincidentally, on the same day, the Secretary of State for India, Austen Chamberlain, told the Viceroy of India that he was anxious for the Indian infantry to be withdrawn from France before they had to endure another winter. The system for supplying drafts had broken down and the Indian battalions were becoming very weak after the heavy casualties they had suffered. Although the Secretary of State for War, Lord Kitchener, objected to the withdrawal from the Western Front, Orders were issued on the 31st of October for the 2 divisions of Indian Corps and 7th Division to embark at Marseille for Mesopotamia. They were to leave behind their attached territorial force and special reserve battalions, and the 3 RFA brigades of 18-pounder guns of 3rd Division. The 2 divisions were relieved in the front line on the 6th of November and were due at Basra in December, but the departure from Marseille was delayed because of fear of submarine attack. 3rd Division finally arrived in Mesopotamia in April 1916 and joined Tigris Corps, too late to relieve 6th Division at Kut al-Amara, Palestine. After the fall of Baghdad, the Palestine campaign was given priority over Mesopotamia, and in March 1918 the division was transferred to Egypt to join Sir Edmund Allenby's Egyptian Expeditionary Force until the end of the war. At the Battle of Megiddo in September 1918 it formed part of Sir Edward Bulfin's 21st Corps on the right flank. GOC Marj Gen AR Hoskins 7th Brigade, 1st Battalion, Connaught Rangers, 27th Punjabis, 91st Punjabis, 2nd Battalion, 7th Gurkha Rifles, 8th Brigade, 1st Battalion, Manchester Regiment, 47th Sikhs, 59th Sunday Rifles, 2nd Battalion, 124th Duchess of Connaught's own Balochistan Infantry, 9th Brigade, 1st Battalion, Dorsetshire Regiment, 93rd Burma Infantry, 105th Maratha Light Infantry, 1st Battalion, 1st King George's Own Gurkha Rifles. Bibliography. Bullock, David L. Allenby's War, The Palestine-Arabian Campaigns 1916–1918. London, Blandford, ISBN 0-7137-1869-2. Corrigan, Gordon. Sepoys in the Trenches, The Indian Corps on the Western Front, 1914–1915. Staplehurst, Spellmount, ISBN 1-86227-054-6. Edmonds, Brig Gents James E. History of the Great War, Military Operations, France and Belgium, 1914. Volume 2, Antwerp, Le Bassi, Armentières, Messines, and Ypres, October to November 1914. London, Imperial War Museum, ISBN 1870423550. Edmonds, Brig Gents James E. Wynne, Captain G.C. History of the Great War, Military Operations, France and Belgium, 1915. Volume 2, Battle of Obers Ridge, Festubert and Lewes. London, Macmillan, Haythornthwaite, Philip J. The World War I Source Book. London, Arms and Armour Press. ISBN 1854093517. Kempton, Chris. A Register of Titles of the Units of the H.E.I.C. and Indian Armies 1666–1947. British Empire and Commonwealth Museum Research Paper No. 1. ISBN 0953017400. Moberly, Brig Gen F.J. History of the Great War, Military Operations, The Campaign in Mesopotamia. 2. London, HMSO. Moberly, Brig Gen F.J. History of the Great War, Military Operations, The Campaign in Mesopotamia. IV. London, HMSO. Perry, F.W. Order of Battle of Divisions Part 5b. Indian Army Divisions. Newport, Gwent, Ray Westlake Military Books. ISBN 1871167237-X.